Seagulls are usually known for their excellent fishing skills. But the seagull with transparent blue eyes and a predatory gaze believed that this wasn't enough. She wanted to soar higher than all the birds on earth. She longed to be the kind of bird that had no equal. The kind that would be talked about around the world, not only by animals, but by humans too. The one that would be the first to touch the sun with her wing. The bird often stood at sunset, when the sun was losing its power and it was possible to look at it for a moment, and imagined how she would flap her wings and soar upwards. There, it will be only me, the clouds, and the sun. The bird thought, even eagles and hawks will not be able to defeat me. And one day, she finally made up her mind. Waiting for the sunrise, the bird flapped her wings and flew upwards. She believed that the young sun, which was just beginning to gain strength, would not be able to harm her. Because the seagull was sure, by noon, she would be so high that she would embrace the sun with her wings. But just a couple of hours later, the bird felt that her wings were as if soaked in water. Moreover, with each passing second, they were getting heavier and heavier. However, the bird did not give up. Letting out a piercing cry, she flapped her wings with even more effort and soared higher. The earth was far behind. The green crowns of the trees and the winding threads of the rivers were no longer visible. The bird was surrounded by clouds. It was getting harder to breathe. Furthermore, the seagull discovered that it was cold and lonely up here. But the sun, with its bright rays, was so beautiful that it was worth the fight. With one final effort and gathering all her willpower and fierce desire, the bird pulled herself up to where bright rays were filtering through the clouds. And finally, after a long journey, the seagull broke free from the clouds and entered the embrace of the shining, dazzling sun. However, the sun had now gained its full strength and had risen high above the earth. Its rays, like sharp, burning needles, began to pierce the seagull. The bird fought against them for a little while longer. "I must soar higher than everyone. I want to touch you," she cried. But the sun only burned her even more painfully. Eventually, losing her last strength and nearly blinded, the bird plummeted down like a stone. But she was lucky. She fell into the water and, regaining consciousness, managed to fly to the shore. The seagull no longer wanted to soar higher than all others. She no longer wanted to reach the sun. Because she knew that her place was here, among her own kind. However, the seagull now decided to become the best fisherman of all. After all, there is always something to strive for. Up there, only clouds, shards of ice, and cold can live. That's their home, their element. And the sun is only welcoming to those who respect its power and never try to conquer it.